What's going on, guys? It's your boy AT Money, and we're back with another banger for y'all today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. First up, NBA coaching carousel. Starting off in our nation's capital, where the Wizards part ways with Scott Brooks. Let's make this very clear to y'all rumor spreaders out there. He wasn't fired. His contract expired after the team was eliminated from the playoffs, courtesy of Philadelphia 76ers. And the two parties failed to agree to terms on a new deal, instead deciding to move on their separate ways. Brooks leaves with a record of 183 wins and 207 losses, with 3 playoff appearances in 5 seasons at the helm. Next up is the Pacers, who fired Nate Bjorken after just a year. The Pacers regressed under the rookie head coach, going 34-38 compared to 45-28 under Nate McMillan, despite no meaningful roster changes, excluding the mid-season Victor Oladipo trade. Bjorken ruined a good Pacers team and made the organization look stupid, frankly. And given that their previous coach, Nate McMillan, is currently on a playoff run with the Hawks, this is a little questionable, let's put it like that. Plus, there are better candidates out there for the job anyway, which only makes it look even stupider. Now, on to the Celtics, who promoted their former head coach, Brad Stevens, to president of basketball operations in a move I will never understand. After the man who held that position, Danny Ainge, stepped down after making some questionable remarks regarding race relations in Boston, claiming he knew no instance of the Celtics player being racially abused. I'm sure Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown have something else to say about that. Now, speaking of the Stevens going to the front office, he was burnt out with coaching and would have moved regardless. However, I generally don't think it's very easy to move from the sideline to the executive chair. Danny Ainge tried and was a mixed bag. So, I doubt it'll be any better. His first task as head coach is picking out a successor, of course. Now, there are a lot of good candidates out there, but I'm not going to put any possibilities on the table until after the playoffs. And when you see my views on a certain coach that's still in the Eastern Conference playoffs, you'll see why. Next up, we got the Blazers. They parted ways with Terry Stotts after a disappointing season where they struggled defensively en route to being bounced out of the playoffs in the first round by Denver. Apparently, Damian Lillard scoring 55 points in Game 5 is not enough to win the thing and put yourself in winning position. And you also get lost in 6. So, now, we look at Damian Lillard. He will demand a trade sooner or later. So, pressure is on the franchise. Y'all got to make some good moves this offseason, or y'all will have a future without Damian Lillard. And who knows, with the way CJ McCollum is going, you might want to trade him. Who knows? Well, you'll see about that later in my off-season guide, but let's not talk about that. Oh, right, I'm not supposed to get teasers. But moving right along to the Orlando Magic. They parted ways with Steve Clifford. He played good basketball, but he did not have meaningful results to justify extension. And while for a small market team that's pretty good, it's very clear that they have ambition and would like to move past mid-table mediocrity with an emphasis on actually progressing as an organization. So, kudos to them. At the same time, I'm not sure if this will be a great move or if this will be a disaster class. Now, moving right along to the Pelicans, who fired Stan Van Gundy after one season. The Pelicans missed the playoffs despite having Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and Josh Hart in their team. Now, Stan Van Gundy was never an impressive hire in my eyes, and here's why. His tactics are outdated. 1. 2. He struggles to get along with young players, evidenced in New Orleans, as there were numerous power struggles throughout the season en route to his firing. Now, next lesson for New Orleans. I guess Alvin Gentry was not the problem. Who knows? Alrighty. Now, if you look at these jobs in order of how attractive they are, Celtics and Blazers are the most attractive, along with New Orleans, given the star power of the organizations. And as well, Boston and Portland seem to have decent front offices, while New Orleans, it's a little more questionable. But hey, there's star power, and that's a pretty good thing to game plan around. So, now we look at the rest of the vacancies. Not exactly attractive. Not as much star power, and the front offices get worse. And yes, there's less pressure, but at the same time, you have less to work with. Now, NBA news. Today we learned Chris Paul has COVID. If CP3 is out for an extended period of time, the Jazz have a free ticket to the NBA Finals. If you've seen the Suns without Chris Paul during their first round series versus the Lakers, you know why I'm saying that. They look lifeless. Devin Booker had to do everything, and it was a bit of a disaster. Now, moving on to another disaster, this time, on the other side of LA, speaking about the Lakers, now we gotta talk about the Clippers. And Paul George is not the greatest playoff performer. And with Kawhi Leonard out for Game 5 with an ACL sprain, but definitely in the injury, possibly an ACL sprain, let's clarify that. I'm a little scared for Clipper Nation. Also, LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year. In my opinion, is well deserved, and he will be better than Lonzo Ball at everything but defense. Mark my words. And now, my thoughts on Mike Budenholzer. He is brain dead. Why did he not either double Kevin Durant last night or put Giannis on him? He has instilled a horrible mentality into this Bucks team, and they lack the killing edge to win. His tactics are mundane and predictable, while blown leads and fourth quarter collapses are a major issue in the playoffs. If the Bucks lose this series, which I think they will, he has to go. Simply as that. You need to unlock the potential in this team while Giannis is still in his prime before your window inevitably slams shut on you. You need to make the big move, and you need to make it now. That is all for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe, turn on those noties. That's all from me. Peace.